If you are new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
So you may have a lot of seeds from past years and you're trying to save money, or your favorite variety is out of stock currently because of the mass amount of people buying seeds and gardening for the second straight year. So you want to see if they're any good, because why go out and try to plant a whole bunch of seeds and they're not going to be, they won't germinate. So here's a really easy, quick way to do a germination test. We're going to use party cups with soil. You don't have to do that, but I find that to be the most convenient way. You can also take and lay your seeds on a paper towel, close it up, spritz it with water, slide it into a Ziploc bag, leaving a little pocket open for air to circulate, and then you can, based on the type of seed, you can gauge how long they're supposed to take to sprout. Now, the general rule of thumb is for every year past the time in which the seeds were saved, you're going to lose about 10% viability or germination rate. So 5 years after, you're going to be at 50%. 9 years after, you're going to be at 10%. That doesn't always hold true because of the way you may store them. If you store them in a cool, dry place like the crisper of a fridge, you may get more longevity out of them than if you just throw them in a closet or on a shelf in a warm portion of your home. So here's what we're going to do. We're not going to do the paper towel Ziploc bag method, but I've got 3 varieties of seeds here. I've got some canary melons, I've got some radishes, and I've got some black beauty eggplant. All were packaged in the year 2013. So 8 years ago. So we're going to plant these. How we figure out the ratio here is we plant 10 seeds in each container of the specific variety. We keep them watered, and we don't have to worry about grow lights or anything because these are sacrificial seeds here. We're wanting to see if all 10 come up, we've got good success. If only 5 come up, 50%. You get the idea. I'm expecting to have about 20 to 30% viability rate in this, which doesn't mean the seeds are terrible. It just means if you're wanting to use the seed in which you've got, you're going to have to really bulk up on the amount of seeds you put in a single cell or you put in a drill when you're planting. So I'm going to try to get 10 seeds here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop them in. I don't really care if they're spaced or if they're all bunched together because I'm looking for a germination rate. So then I'm just going to take my finger and really just push them in 1/4 of an inch. And because of the soil that the potting mix we're using is extremely moist already, I don't have to worry about watering right now. But in order to get the best success and to keep that moisture next to the seed coat, I'm going to take a piece of paper towel, cover that, and then just drape a little water on it to hold that paper towel in there. And then I'm going to do the same for these. And the radishes should take the quickest at about 5 to 7 days in a good scenario. Eggplant will take 7 to 14, and the melons will take between 4 and 12. And we're going to put these next to the heat just to try to spur the germination process a little quicker. Then once we get that, we'll come back in about a week or 10 days, and we'll show you what our final results are. So you just saw us planting our eggplant, our melons, and our radishes. Now that was 10 days ago, and what we have now is the results of 2 of the 3. We're still waiting on the eggplants. So we've got the radishes, and we planted 10 radishes in this cup, and we've got 4 very leggy radishes, but that doesn't matter. We're just looking at the germination rate. And then we've got 1 that's kind of sluggish, kind of coming along. And then we do have 1 more here that's just now piercing the surface. So that's 6 radishes out of 10. That's 60% on seeds that were 7 years old, or 7+ years old. So that's a pretty good success rate on radishes there. That does mean that for every 10 you plant, you're only going to get 6 to come up based on the ratio here. Realistically, there's 4 really healthy ones and 2 weak ones. You're going to get it, let's just, I would look at it going, okay, 40%. For every 10 seeds I'm going to plant, I'm going to get 4 real healthy ones and maybe 1 straggly one. So the seeds are still viable. So you could do 2 things with this. One, you could, when the soil gets warm enough, you can go ahead and plant a heavy plant to use these seeds up, which we will most likely do. The other one would be use these for sprouts. 2 days, 3 at the very most, sprouts in a mason jar, rinse them, and you can use them up very, very quickly that way. Now with our melons here, we take the paper towel off here, and we have 1 that's coming there, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then disturbing that soil, that's 6 and 7 there that will be up within the next 24 hours. So that's really good for seeds of that age that we have 70%. So I would feel confident using those seeds just like I would if I just bought them from the store or online this year. With 70%, there are some seeds in which you will purchase online that will have about that same success rate based on the variety, the rarity, the issues in which the grower had, that type of thing. So 70% is really good. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 70%. I'd be happy with that. So next we'll look at the eggplants, and that might be a few more days. So it's been 3 weeks now since the time that we started planting these in this germination test. We've looked at the radishes, we've looked at the melons. Both had very good success and a high germination rate. However, now we move to the Black Beauty eggplants of seeds that were from 2013. And we've not had the success that the melons and the cucumbers have provided for us. We have kept the wet paper towel on top of it to hold the moisture in. We have 1. We planted 10. That means that for every 100 seeds we plant, we're probably going to get 9 to 10 plants on a good planting session. So that means that these are 10% germination rate on the eggplants from 2013. So does that mean we should toss the seeds out or just put the seeds in a bird feeder and be done with it? Yes and no. What we're going to attempt to do is use all of the seeds up, plant 3 or 4 of these party cups, and just use all the seeds up in the hopes of at least getting 5 or 6 or 7 plants that germinate out of those couple of 100 seeds that we have. So this is how we figure out how good our seeds are. The longer you hold on to them, the less the germination they are. Typically you lose about 10% each year. Not a hard fact, but we've seen the variations here in this little example. Best place to keep them, cool, dry place, crisper of a fridge, closet, somewhere like that. You don't want to necessarily have them freeze, but chilled is a good thing. Also now, in years past, I've left them just in our seed box in the car when it's been very hot. So that does hurt the seed germination probabilities as well. So something that you can do on seeds that you're not certain are very good.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.